Hi there, how are you? Welcome back to the channel and to WWE 2K25. It's been quite a while since we played this actually. I think around the time the game came out we did a bit of My Rise. But yes, today we are going into Universe mode. This is something I've had set up for quite some time. I was basically waiting for the last bit of DLC to come out before it would be ready to go, and that came out back in November, so it's now ready to go. So, as you can see there beside the lovely picture of Road Warrior Hawk, we have a show on Monday and a show on Tuesday. This is a Legends, all Legends universe mode. In-game Legends, DLC, CAWs, and I think maybe one or two from my faction. I don't have everyone because my faction's a fucking crock of shit, and it's not worth the time or energy, and definitely not worth the money to try and get any of the cool people that are in my faction. So like there's no like the young AJ Styles and shit. Not in here. I don't have them. But yes. So we have two shows. We have, I think the Monday show I keep forgetting the name of is possibly World All-Star Wrestling, and that is made up of wrestlers from, roughly speaking, the 70s, 80s, and sort of into the mid-90s. And maybe a few from before the 70s as well, but I think mostly it's 70s, 80s into sort of mid-90s. The other show is Action Zone Wrestling, and that is wrestlers from the mid to late 90s up through, I think, about 2010 is sort of the most recent person in that roster. Made use of, I think with the exception of one in-game legend, I have everybody that is in the game is in this, as I say, except for whatever my faction people that I couldn't get. I think Jamal is the only base game character I'm not using because I would rather have Umaga. So Rosie, I've just got like a superhero in training attire, download it, and he's in a team with the Hurricane. So we use Rosie, but just don't use Jamal because I prefer to have Umaga as a singles. Yes, each brand has its own championships. We will show those off in a second. This has ran, I don't know if there's a way I can see how many years this has ran for, but I've ran this for quite a few in-game years. Just to get all the credit wrestlers sort of acclimated, give them allies and enemies, stuff like that. So the championships do all have history. I think there's only been so much that you can actually go back to the start, so we'll go through each of these, see who has been the champions, and then yeah, we'll get into it. I think my plan is, on each of the weekly shows, we're going to watch one match, and then when we get to a pay-per-view, maybe a couple of matches. We'll see what catches our eye. We'll not be watching every match every week. If you were here for the sort of faction warfare thing I did in Universe, you'll know that it sort of gets repetitive very fast. Even this, there is about, I think, over 180 wrestlers on the rosters. I think it's about 90 something a piece. And even then, it still sort of likes to drop a lot of the same matches over and over again. So just watching every match every week would just get a bit repetitive. So we'll not be doing that. But yeah. On the note of pay-per-views, and just in general, the Action Zone Wrestling, the more modern stuff, or sort of era-focused show, has more gimmick matches. I think the World All-Stars on the weekly show, it's mostly just singles tags, six-man tags, the occasional handicap match, and a battle royal. Pay-per-views, there are some like shows with a specific gimmick match. I think there's a casket match for Action Zone's October pay-per-view. There's traditional Survivor Series matches. There's War Games, Elimination Chambers, Royal Rumbles, and the like. We'll see all that as the year goes through, and that's the plan. Is I'm going to do a year. We're currently on May week 1, and then we'll go through to the end of April. Just because that's sort of the calendar cycle. I think as far as I've noticed, Royal Rumbles, it's very inconsistent as to whether the Rumble winner will actually get their title match. Sometimes it's happened on either the February or March pay-per-view instead of the April one, even though it's meant to be like the WrestleMania equivalent. And sometimes it just doesn't happen at all. World All-Star Wrestling has a pay-per-view that is just a King of the Ring tournament, and it, without fail, does give the winner a world title match on the following pay-per-view. That has consistently happened every time. So I don't know what's up with Rumbles, but I also feel like that's been true for Royal Rumbles for like the last decade, basically, of Universe mode. It's wildly inconsistent. But yeah, so we'll go through, that's all our current champions, and we'll go through the title histories and see who's sort of had it the longest and stuff. Just because that's fun to do. So we'll start with the AZW World Championship, which is currently held by The Rock. Nope, not that one. Stats. So it's went from The Rock to Bret Hart. Actually, we'll go to the start. So it started on Hollywood Hogan, then went to Sting, to Abyss, to Sting, to Undertaker, to Mark Henry, to Shawn Michaels, to Taz, to Bret Hart, to The Rock. I don't know if that is including... so before I made the titles, I was just using in-game titles, and then whenever I created the titles, whoever was the current champion just got the belt. I think that is included there. So like Hollywood Hogan, I think this show just had the big gold. Would have been the last one holding the big gold, and then it went to... so then Goldberg is a 4-time champion, Bret Hart and The Rock are 3 times, Abyss is a 2-time, as well as Sting, and then anyone else that's had it has held it once. You see, JBL, interesting. So it maybe doesn't have the full history. I thought other people had held it, because you see there, Sabu's had it, JBL, Triple H. Yeah, so it maybe doesn't go all the way back to the start. Maybe that only tracks so far. Not sure, but that's all the people that have had it. And then Bret Hart has held it for the longest at 252 days, tied with Goldberg. Then Taz at 196, Abyss 168, Sting 140, also Triple H 140, JBL 112, Undertaker 112, The Sandman 104, The Rock 85. Actually, I think Sandman might have been the inaugural, because I didn't see him listed here. And I think if you just award them it, they don't count that as a times earned. So I think Sandman might have been the inaugural champion on this one. Sandman 104, The Rock 85, Stone Cold 56, Mark Henry 56, Sabu 56, and Hollywood Hogan 28 days. And then the AZW United States Championship, I keep doing that instead of this, has went from Tajiri, D'Lo Brown, Tajiri, Cena, Tajiri, Jerry Lynn, Tajiri, John Cena, Tajiri, John Cena. Also in that, Tajiri is an 8-time champion, John Cena is a 6-time, Jerry Lynn's 2, Batista's 1, D'Lo Brown's 1, 6 is 1. Jerry Lynn has held it for 575 days. This is combined, I'm assuming. I don't think there's a way to see... But I mean, considering that, yeah, he's only held it twice, it's a good run for Jerry Lynn. Tajiri 421, Cena 341, 6 308 days, Batista 79, D'Lo Brown 61. Tag champions, currently the Outsiders. Before them, for some reason it's went like multiple times through them. Odd. Not sure. I should probably just better looking at times earned in days. So the New Age Outlaws are 5-time champions. Both the Dudley Boys and the Motor City Machine Guns are 4-time champions, as are the Outlaws. Hurricane and Rosie are 2-time champions, and the Headbangers are 1-time champions. So the Outlaws have held it for 588 days, the Machine Guns have held it for 555, the Outsiders for 268, the Dudleys for 234, and the Headbangers for 84, and Hurricane and Rosie for 56. The Women's Championship. So we'll ignore that one just because that's sort of not really giving me a full picture. So Kelly Kelly is a 4-time champion, Lita 3, Chyna, ODB, Trish, Victoria, all 2-time, Melina a 1-time, and Molly Holly also a 1-time. Longest reigns there are Molly Holly 476 days, Trish Stratus 336 days, Kelly Kelly 219 days, Nikki Bella, who I'm pretty sure is the first holder of the AZ Action Zone Women's Championship, 188 days, Lita 168 days, ODB 145 days, Victoria 140 days, Chyna 84 days, and Melina 29 days. Was that her first? Yes, so that's Melina's in her first run. So then on to the World Wrestling, or the World, I keep forgetting this one, the World All-Star Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship, though I think I just called it the World Heavyweight Championship. So Randy Savage is a 2-time champion. Haichi, and then everyone else has only held it once. Peter Maivia, Rick Rude, Roddy Piper, Superstar Billy Graham. So Bret Hart, originally I had on the World All-Star roster, then decided, largely because Jim Neidhart was in the mid-card belt and was just dominating that scene, and I was kind of getting tired of that, so I decided to make the Hart Foundation a tag team in the tag division. Excuse me. So I moved Bret over to Action Zone Wrestling, made a copy of Bret that is now in the Hart Foundation tag team with Jim Neidhart. That's why it says AZW beside him. But before that move, he was a one-time world champion. British Bulldog, Diesel, Great Muta, Ultimate Warrior, who I think was also the first, and Undertaker. And Randy Savage has held it for 539 days, followed by Rick Rude 280, Roddy Piper 224, Peter Maivia 168, Undertaker 140, Ultimate Warrior 137, British Bulldog 84, Superstar Billy Graham 56, Bret Hart 56, Diesel 56, Great Muta 51. On to the Intercontinental Championship, held by Eddie Guerrero, who is a 4-time champion, as is Sabu. Honky Tonk Man is a 3-time, Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels 2-time, Doink the Clown 1, Jake the Snake Roberts, Tatanka, Iron Sheik, all 1-time champions. The Iron Sheik, in his one reign, is that right? Yep. Has held it for 532 days. Sabu's held it for combined 313. Eddie Guerrero 221 and counting. Tatanka 196. Razor Ramon 168. Shawn Michaels 112. Doink 84. Honky Tonk Man also 84. Jake Roberts 56. Bam Bam Bigelow 25. 56 and 84 seem to be fairly common. I'm assuming that's the pay-per-view cycles. Excuse me, that would make sense. But then also, yeah, for some reason on World All-Star, maybe because of certain pay-per-views that don't have space for title matches, I've noticed the IC and sometimes the tag titles come up on the weekly show quite often, which is interesting. The Tag Team Championships, currently held by the Road Warriors. So the Hart Foundation are 4-time champions. The Head Shrinkers are 3-time. Both the Wild Samoans, the Steiners, and the Islanders are 2-time champions. And Demolition and the Road Warriors are 1-time champions. The Hart Foundation have the longest reign at 570 days combined, followed by the Steiners at 389. The Wild Samoans and the Head Shrinkers both at 247-day reigns, followed by the Islanders at 168. Road Warriors currently on 86 days and counting, and followed by Demolition at 84 days. Neat. And finally, the Women's Championship, held by Aja Kong. So, Alundra Blaze is a 4-time champion, Bull Nakano is a 2-time champion, Sensational Sherry is also a 2-time champion, Aja Kong's a 1-time champion, Dump Matsumoto is a 1-time champion, as is Lioness Asuka. Alundra Blaze, over her 4 reigns, has the longest combined reign at 474 days, followed by Wendy Richter at 417, Aja Kong at 394, Bull Nakano at 224, Sensational Sherry at 168, and Lioness Asuka at 58, and then Dump Matsumoto at 56. So that is the championships. We'll not go through the full roster because, again, nearly 200 people. We'd be here a while. Beverage. And we'll see some of them anyway, over the course of the calendar year. We'll probably not see everyone, because there are just some people just never show up. Maybe in the Rumbles. I've never actually watched a Rumble in doing this. I have a separate save that I've just been talking about that picked up from where this was like split off, just because I wanted to keep sort of somewhat reasonable championship rankings and stuff. So let's get into it for our first show of the year. So, opening match, we have Macho Man Randy Savage versus Nikita Koloff, Jim Neidhart versus Tama, the Renegade versus Papa Shango, Yokozuna versus Stan Hansen, Razor Ramon versus George the Animal Steel, and our main event is a 6-man tag. It's the Road Warriors and Shawn Michaels versus the Wild Samoans, and Sabu. So what match sticks out to me here? It's a very good question. None of these are super enticing, but I think I might go for Stan Hansen and Yokozuna as our first match. That's kind of cool, but also it's a 6-man tag, it's going to take forever. Maybe that. Nah, fuck it, let's do Yokozuna versus Stan Hansen. It's going to be our first match. Also, every week we'll check the news Just out of curiosity, that should be, yeah, so like from here we'll be checking the news every week, see what we missed, because there are obviously going to be other rivalry matches like this one and just that one. Okay, so yeah. So the cards so far: Randy Savage beats Nikita Koloff, Jim Neidhart beats Tama, Papa Shango beats the Renegade, and yeah, keep entrances on. Okay, so Hulk Hogan shows up on stage to show their respect to Yokozuna after their one-on-one match, setting the bar higher for a competitive rivalry between these two superstars. Okay, so this is part of a Yokozuna Hulk Hogan rivalry. Stan Hansen's just here. And yeah, entrance is on. Also, the way both of these shows are set up, the weekly show is in a small venue, World All-Star in a theatre, and Action Zone's like in a studio. They then both move up to a bigger arena for the pay-per-views, and then for the August pay-per-view and the April pay-per-view, they both take place in a stadium, an outdoor sort of stadium setting. I thought that was a nice way to do it. So here we are in the World All-Star Theatre for our first match, Yokozuna versus Stan Hansen. Also, I think rivalry matches in particular, managers tend not to show up unless it's like the tag rivalry where the tag partner's the manager, but people that are meant to have managers do have managers assigned. Like, I think Jimmy Hart and Bobby Heenan are technically all over this roster, but they don't show up every match, which is a shame. And yeah, like, there should be Mr. Fuji here. Also, a lot of the creator wrestlers, I'm not going to be too sure what their entrance music setting is, because I tend to just be listening to music and have this music when I'm playing it. So I'm just trusting that whoever's made them has given them fitting entrance music. We'll see. I think the tag teams, because I was making sure, because I had to set those up myself, any custom tag teams do have entrance music that fits. Hell yeah, Stan Hansen. Who I have to assume was meant to be in one of these games. One, because they have his entrance. And two, he went into the Hall of Fame around the time they were still doing the Hall of Fame Showcase DLCs, but it was never that everybody that went in was in the DLC pack. I think he went in 2017, so he would have been like in 2K18, but just didn't for some reason. That annoys me because I love Stan Hansen. He's awesome. But he's got a big test in front of him tonight with Yokozuna. Also, I've turned the commentary off because, ugh, as bad as the fucking real commentary is, the game commentary is worse. But yeah, Big Stan pull one out over bigger Yoko, especially when Yokozuna is clearly the focus, as this is a part of his ongoing rivalry with Hulk Hogan. He's going for... Is he going for a cover? No. He is going for a shoulder claw. I'd also briefly considered putting World All-Star in black and white, but decided against it. Because it's old, but not that old. Yeah, just Yoko using all the weight here. Which, when you've got it, yeah, you would. And probably not too often that Stan Hansen finds himself the smaller man in a match. But he has experience at many a battle with Andre the Giant. Fights out of that eye rake. Yoko not fazed by his attacks just yet. Oh, went for a fucking cheeky roll up. Was not expecting that from the big man. But yeah, so far, all Yoko. All Yoko. I've also noticed, since like a couple of patches ago, the AI wrestlers do wake-up taunts more often than they used to. Just a thing I've noticed. Once again, just dropping all that weight across the back of Hansen. Just shoves him off and does not go down. And once again, just absolutely not phased at all by these chops. Ooh, dodge from Yoko. Oh, in for a cover. Ooh, a 2 already. Fuck. I was not expecting that. Making a bit of space between him and Yoko, but immediately walks into a big throat thrust. And slips off, chops the big man down at the legs. And rakes the back. But again, Yoko's still not showing any ill effects from these clubbing blows from Hansen. Big Samoan drop from the Japanese sumo. Oh, knees up on the splash attempt. Oh, and a big knee. And Hansen maybe back in control now. Well, not even back in control for the first time in the match. Big DDT. Expect to see a lot of that, I would imagine, with the weight detection. Hansen, nope. Oh, he's going for something there. Yoko reversed it, misses the throat thrust. Hansen from behind, another vicious back rake. Nope, Yoko. I think, yep, Yoko blocked that. Oh shit. Yoko picks up Hansen, drops him throat first across the top rope, and just bringing the forearm down. Turns him over and just stomps in the back of his head. Once again, calling him up. Shoots him off, and another big Samoan drop. Hansen cleverly rolling out. Yoko sprinting towards Hansen. Just working over the legs. And a big leg drop. And that is a big leg. Yoko maybe going to take a count out here. Match has maybe gone on a bit too long for his liking. Oh, Hansen getting up. Yoko going out to meet him. Oh, into a big Hansen forearm. And Hansen just stomping away at the hands of Yoko's in it. Turns him over, drops the elbow. And I believe he's choking him. We're going to send him back into the ring. Of course, can't. Well, he can technically win it on the outside. But I don't think Stan Hansen's going to settle for a count out. Oh my god, gets him up for a big gut round suplex. Was not expecting that. And goes for the cover. And just a 2. Just scraping his face off the mat. And a big elbow drop to put an exclamation on it. Yoko kicks him off. And brings him to the corner. Oh, Hansen elbows out. And powerbomb. Holy shit. Oh. Cover. Ooh. Barely got up for the 3 there. Hansen going up. Big elbow from Big Stan. Goes for the cover. And only gets the 2. Hansen calling Yoko up, signaling that this could be the end. Sends him off the ropes. Big back body drop. Brings him to his feet. And big suplex. Biggest of suplexes, really. And another big elbow on the cover. Yoko's foot under the rope, but the ref doesn't seem to notice. And gets the win. Shit. And here comes Hulk Hogan. Hold the phone. Wanting to join in on the celebration, but this superstar not quite sure what to make of it. None of us are. What is the meaning of this? I'll be playing the part of Michael Cole, Byron Saxon, and Corey Graves. Ooh, look at the jiggle on Yoko there as the cutscene ended. 4-star, amazing match. What a way to kick things off. So, next match, Razor Ramon versus George the Animal Steel. George Steele gets the win, actually. And our main event, 6-man tag action, the Road Warriors plus Shawn Michaels versus the Wild Samoans and Sabu. Certainly a team to be feared. And the Wild Samoans and Sabu get the win. Nice. So check the news. Yep, May week 1. Hulk Hogan appeared on stage to applaud Yokozuna for a strong showing in his match, delivering a show of respect for his competitive rival, even though he lost. So on to the next show, which brings us to Action Zone Wrestling. So opening contest, The Undertaker versus Mankind, Bubba Ray Dudley versus Thrasher, Kelly Kelly versus ODB, Kevin Nash versus Badass Billy Gunn, Melina versus Nikki Bella, and in our main event, hardcore match, Sabu versus Taz. I feel like it's the only gimmick match. I feel like we're going to watch the main event here. So we'll skip ahead, but we'll check the results. So Undertaker beats Mankind, Thrasher beats Bubba, ODB beats Kelly Kelly, Kevin Nash beats Billy Gunn, Melina beats Nikki Bella, and main event, Sabu, who main evented the All-Star show as well, fun, versus Taz. Also, yeah, maybe didn't show it in the championship thing, but Taz can go on like pretty dominant runs in this, I've noticed. I don't think he's not like super high overall as a CAW, but yeah, he seems to get good runs of momentum. And here we are in the action zone. I've decided. Again, I have no idea what music these two are going to have. Sure. Sabu was ever billed as being from Saudi Arabia. Bombay, India, Bombay, Michigan, sure, but I don't think he was ever billed from Saudi Arabia. Also, don't know what this entrance motion is. I don't think it's a Sabu one. But it kind of fits. If it is a wee bit slow. Pretty good Sabu, I'll have to say. Like, some of these, there probably are better creations on community creations now, but they took away the function to search by most recent, so fuck me, I guess. Also, my image downloads is maxed out, and I can't go into the deletion tool because it just crashes the game. So the only way I could delete images now would be to delete wrestlers, but all the wrestlers I have, I want. So, like, there probably are images I could get rid of, but I can't do it. So. Can't download any more people, basically, is the point. Nothing else I want to. As for the CAWs, most of them are from either K-Radiation CAWs. There's a few What's the Status, Honcho's Legends, I think, and then a few other ones that were just like individuals, like one-offs. But the bulk of them, I think, are K-Radiation, Honchos, and Status. But I love this Taz. This is a fucking great Taz. Brother. Also assuming this is a Taz entrance motion. Yeah, because he goes to take off the hood. Or the tile. When was the last time Taz was in one of these games? Oh shit. I don't think he's ever been in a 2K. I think you're talking like SVR or 09 for some reason in my head. But anyway, here we go. Hardcore match. Taz versus Sabu. And not wasting any time. Oh, big fucking series of kicks from Sabu. Oh, and a big chop block. Now, you would imagine the hardcore rules would favour Sabu. Taz more of a straight up shooter. Yeah, Sabu not wasting any time here. Yep, going straight for whatever. And it's the barbed wire bat. Holy shit. Again, maybe just because I usually don't play this with sound on, but I did not notice before the barbed wire noise. Fun. Also, I'm pretty sure this hardcore match is like a custom one I set up with a custom weapon wheel. I think. Ideally, again, I think it would be a nice option for Universe Mode to just across the board, when you're setting up your show, set up a weapon wheel. Just a thought. But, you know, pipe dreams and all that. I can't even remember what other weapons I put on it. Because I think I have one for All-Star as well. That's mostly just like the 80s and 90s gimmick wrestler gimmick weapons, like Doink's fake arm, Tar, the urn, the megaphone. Oh shit, we're like fucking Taz mission already. Holy shit. Nope, nope. Sabu able to. How the fuck did Taz get a finisher already? Like, Sabu's been kicking his ass. Oh, big clothesline from Taz. Thanks for the cover. And he gets two. Damn, those outsiders are very drinkable. I might have to go down and grab the other. Oh, Taz now with the bat. You don't want to be slamming a barbed wire bat into your hands. Ooh, Sabu rolls out of the way. Oh, and catches Taz with a roll up. Or, no, it's a roll up. Just a one though. And Sabu out going to grab a ladder for the bridge. No, it does not quite sit on the announce table. But that's fine. Oh shit! Tazplex! One of many. And Taz mission. We may never actually see anything cool done with that ladder. Sabu taps! Holy shit! That was surprisingly quick. God damn it. And that's what I mean, yeah, Taz just goes on runs. So hell yeah. Hell of a start. 2.5 stars. I would argue that was a better match than... I've already forgotten who the other match was. What the fuck was the first match I watched? Oh, Yoko Hansen. Yeah, I would argue that was a better match. Not according to the game. Which brings us to week 2. So, opening contest, Yokozuna versus the Great Muta. Oh, I didn't check the news. I'll have to wait until I'm on thing. That's fine. On Action Zone. So yeah, Yokozuna versus Great Muta, obviously part of Yoko's ongoing Hulk Hogan rivalry. We have the Sensational Sherry versus Wendy Richter, Alundra Blaze versus Mad Maxine, Bret Hart versus Tama, Leilani Kai versus Aja Kong, and main event, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Sting. Ooh. I think this one's going to be the main event. Yeah. So, we go to this. So Yokozuna beats the Great Muta. Wendy Richter gets the win over Sensational Sherry. Women's champion Alundra Blaze beats Mad Maxine. Bret Hart beats Tama. Aja Kong beats Leilani Kai. And main event time, Macho Man Randy Savage versus the man called Sting. Accompanied by Miss Elizabeth. Elizabeth! I can't really do it Randy Savage, unfortunately. Is Randy the champion? I genuinely can't remember. We'll find out. If he comes out with a belt, he's the champion. He is the world champion. Neat. The world title, just basically a rip-off of the Worldwide Wrestling Federation title. Just with a red strap instead of green. And a slightly different faceplate. And yeah, I didn't put... the branding, the show brand on these ones. I just felt like that was more like old wrestling. It was just the World Heavyweight title, just the Intercontinental Championship. All the Action Zone ones are the AZW Action Zone Wrestling whatever champion. But these ones are just the thing. You'll not see it here because it's got a robe. But the side plates, I have just been putting the names of everybody that's held it as they win it on those. I'll probably not do that on stream, but if anybody wins the belt tonight, at the start before the next one, I'll have the names added. I think you get a better look at it in a title match because it comes up on the screen briefly. Hell yeah. He does this, he does that. And yeah, I'm trying to think as far as duplicates. Both shows have a Sting, both shows have a Hulk Hogan, both shows have a Sabu, a Mick Foley, a Bret Hart, a Triple H, a Shawn Michaels, a Kevin Nash, a Scott Hall, a Charles Wright. All Star has Papa Shango. Action Zone has Goodfather or Godfather. Anyone else? Anyone doubles? Don't think so. I think that's it for doubles. There might be somebody that I'm forgetting. Oh well, Action Zone has Rikishi. All Star has Fatu. Of course. But here we go. And we haven't seen the chain wrestling yet, he said as they initiate chain wrestling. Oh, into the corner. Oh, clean break. I don't think there's anything else I need to cover. Oh, as far as the rivalries options, I have everything on except for tag teams breaking up and forming, just because I like to keep my tag teams. It also doesn't seem to really make that many, but we make do. Randy getting the advantage there into a headlock. Still in a headlock, then. Oh, brings the knee down. Holy shit. Also, the chain wrestling thing is like a really good way to get to like a signature like really quick. If you just keep doing the chain wrestling and winning it, you'll build momentum like fucking nothing. Ooh, Sting looking for a camel clutch. Savage gets out immediately. Oh, was looking to drop the elbow, gets caught by a Sting Bulldog. Quite like this Sting. Again, there might be better ones now, but this was like the best one I could find at the time. I think they have a custom logo on his torso. Not sure. Ooh, yeah, nice fucking head scissors from Randy into the knee. Ooh, roll from Randy, gets caught anyway. Just a couple of big blows to the back from Sting. And some axe handles. Quick in and out from Randy, didn't really get him any benefit or advantage. Into the corner. Sting, maybe looking for the Stinger. There's no way Randy's still in the corner. Oh my god, he's still in the corner. Nope, just a big clothesline. That was a lot of wind up for not a Stinger splash. And a 1 count. Fascinating. Savage is behind. Big atomic drop. Not a move you see that often anymore. Somebody should do atomic drops again. And big back body. Brings him straight back up to his feet. Picks him up, scoop and a slam. Drops the knee again. Oh, 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 caught in a power slam by Sting. Savage once again in the corner. Sting. Nope. Don't know what he was trying to do there. Ooh, just tossing him. Savage and Sting both to the outside. Meet in the middle. Another big Sting Bulldog. Miss Elizabeth can do nothing but stand back and watch. So look at the crowd. Into the wooden steps. Count 5. Sting and Savage back in. Sting slowly getting to his feet. Rolls out of the way. Gets caught by a big Randy Savage clothesline. Just working the arm. Savage, another big scoop slam. Going up, maybe looking for that elbow drop. Nope, big knee drop. And camel clutch of his own. Sting also quickly escaping. Rolls him over, looking for a big splash. Gets all of it. Doesn't hold him for the cover though. Sting maybe looking for a big dive and splash. There it is. Misses. Ooh, big drop kick from Randy. Yeah, I think this Sting has... I think that diving splash is a finisher. From what I remember. I think it's the death lock and that. Savage. Scoop slam. Perfectly positioned. Even with the roll. Nope. Maybe looking for the axe handle? Sure is. And brings him down for cover. And puts him away with the double axe handle. Christ. That's another thing I would like. I don't know how you would implement it. But more of the wrestlers going for finishers after hitting the signatures instead of just going for a pin off the sig. Especially if they have a sig that is clearly a setup for the finisher. Like if The Rock hits the spine buster, he's not going to cover. He's going to do the people's elbow. But I don't know how you would implement that. 3-star match, very good. So, bump. We will check the news. May week 2. Hulk Hogan carried out a mid-match distraction from the stage to throw Yokozuna off his game, taking whatever underhanded means he can to get ahead in their rivalry. Dirty bastard Hulk Hogan. Haku blindsided Bret Hitman Hart with a ruthless attack before the match could start. Haku's intentions were clear that he would strike when least expected to crush his rival. Did that distraction? No, that distraction did not cost Yoko the match. So, on to Action Zone. Before we start, we'll check the week before's news. May week 1. Apparently Mosh was injured. That is clear. So Bubba Ray Dudley led a brutal beatdown on Thrasher after taking a win over him, with Devon Dudley and Monty Brown joining in the attack. Why was Monty Brown there? This team's vicious side has become an even bigger threat as they move to dominate their tag rivals through force and numbers. Why the fuck was Monty Brown part of that? And Kevin Nash offered a handshake to badass Billy Gunn at the start of their match, but pulled away when he reached to accept. The disrespectful gesture was enough to ruin the superstars' focus in their match. So that was last week. So this week, Kevin Nash is taking on the Road Dogg Jesse James. Jeff Jarrett is taking on Rob Van Dam. They both have a Jeff Jarrett. Sorry, that was just remember another duplicate. We have a 6 triple threat tornado tag: Hurricane and Rosie versus the Usos versus the Motor City Machine Guns. The Headbangers take on the Undertaker and Scotty 2 Hotty. The Big Show takes on Lex Luger. And Victoria takes on Melina in a hardcore match in our main event. I might watch the triple threat tag. I think that could be fun. Certainly out of these. Curious as to why Scotty 2 Hotty is teaming with The Undertaker, but not enough to watch the match. So I think that's what we're going to do. So Kevin Nash over Road Dogg. So Kevin Nash has in consecutive weeks beat the New Age Outlaws. Jeff Jarrett beats Rob Van Dam. So yeah, let's watch a 6-man tag, tornado style. Usos versus Hurricane and Rosie versus the Motor City Machine Guns. I'm trying to remember what entrance motion I gave these guys. I think it's the Rhino and Heath Slater. It is. It just seemed to fit. I think if the match type allows, I think they are managed by Mighty Molly. Though I can't remember if I think I have just regular Molly Holly in the roster. But she wears the costume, I suppose. But yeah, that seems to fit them alright. It's, you know, animated little guy with sort of stoic big man. It fits. Also, do the 2010 Usos do like the... No, that would have been later. No, the 2010 Usos would have been doing the haka. I guess not. Just for, since I have them, I might as well throw them in. I think they are like the most recent guys on this roster. I don't think there's anyone else really from around the same time. But I was looking to pad out the tag division, so... Usos. Back when, yeah, you really could not immediately tell who was who. And finally... the Motor City Machine Guns. With presumably just their current entrance thing. But in a classic TNA attire. Again, it's cool that they're in here. I don't know if they've done much of anything in WWE. I don't really watch anymore. And it is probably a run that has came like at least a decade too late. But good for them. Getting that bag, I suppose. Yeah, like fucking talk about an influential team. Like, holy shit, Machine Guns like. Shelley, why are you wearing the jacket? Why is Alex Shelley wearing his jacket? I might have to check that. He shouldn't be wearing the jacket. Oh my god, he just took a fucking super kick to the back of the head from his own partner. He shouldn't be wearing a jacket. Oh. Some of this is just, you know, move up in the rankings. Nothing on the line here specifically. Hurricane. Big fucking splash. Have to assume he hit. Oh, big PK from Salem. Shit. Big Rosie just fucking picking on everyone. Oh, Hurricane has a chair. That's not very heroic. Hurricane. Oh. And Saban faced first into the turnbuckle. And yeah, Hurricane and Rosie sort of dominating the early going of this. Shelley busted open on the outside. Again, I'm not sure which Us is which. I wonder who has the chest tattoo. I can't remember which one does. Ooh, big shot. Oh, blocks the DDT, back body drop. And yeah, like the Rosie size advantage is really going to play into Hurricane Rosie's favour here. All the other teams solely reliant on speed and agility. And Hurricane no slouch in that department himself. So the power game brought by Rosie. Who is going up? Oh, fuck, out of the Hurricane. And a moonsault from Rosie. But no cover. Super. Nope. Just a. I forgot what they call it when it's just a kick to the gut. Big electric chair. DDT. Cover. Both Usos going for a pin. Who wore the long tights at this point? Yeah, I cannot remember which Us is which. Oh, just lobbed the chair. Oh shit. Big line from Hurricane. Shelley. Oh, no. Hurricane counters. And cover clutch of some sort, but we didn't see it because we were looking at an Uso DDT. Other Uso has got the sledgehammer. Oh, right to the back of Hurricane. Shit. And to Shelley, but luckily he's got that protective jacket on. Oh, big crossbar. Shelley. Neckbreaker. Oh, big Uso dropkick. Oh, Hurricane was looking for the choke slam there, but maybe slightly, what's the word? Telegraphed is the word I was looking for. Shelley gets Uso up. Other Uso, someone drops. Somebody busted open there. Maybe saving. Rosie in the corner. Oh, big Uso powerbomb. Oh, Shelley, sliced bread. Uso nearly had Hurricane there. Shelley not going for the cover off the sliced bread. Eats it. Oh, Uso going crazy with a sledgehammer. Oh, vertebraker. Ref's right there. Ooh, just fucking broke that up. Flurry of strikes from Rosie. With a big belly to belly onto the sledgehammer. Ooh, see it on Shelley there to break it up last second. This could go a while just on account of pin breaks. Close line from Hurricane. So cover, Rosie there to break it up. What the hell's Rosie's finisher? Is an interesting question that I've never asked myself. Ooh, nice fucking tiger suplex from Shelley. Or Zayden, sorry. This is the splash. Rosie, big Uranagi. Gets caught. Crossface? Crossface. Immediately saving now. Like, Machine Gun's in a good position here. Sort of had control of the ring for a moment at least. Ooh, big springboard nothing from Hurricane there. Somebody else busted open. Rosie going for the cover. Shelley breaks it up. Ooh, I think that was a big super kick from Us. So 4 stars has been our best match so far, according to the game, and that was also our first. feel like there's been enough going on here that this could big Rosy Splash misses. This could top it. Sabin went for Cradle Shock. I think that's Cradle Shock. But Hurricane and Rosy both there. Just no chance of that getting a pin. Oh, Sabin. Feet on the ropes, but again, everybody there. Well, that's the first match that's gone long enough for the screen to black out. Rosie gets Shelly up. And just drops him face first. Well, Uso's the only team standing. Big DDT to Rosie. He's at about 20 DDTs in this match. Cover. But once again, everybody was there. Sabin. Another Cradle Shock. Cover. I think Rosie might have just killed the ref. Nope, he got the pin. Machine Guns get the win. Ooh, Shelly Buster doesn't quite that. I think, yeah, Sabin is as well. I'll not bother right now, but after the stream I'll go and see why Alex Shelley's wearing a jacket during matches. Actually, fuck, I'll do it now just in case we decide to watch another Machine Guns match. That was awesome. So how did that one do in the rankings? 4.5 stars, instant classic. So, on to further tag team action as the Headbangers take on the Undertaker and Scotty 2 Hottie. Undertaker and Scotty 2 Hottie get the win. Big Show versus Lex Luger. Lex Luger gets the win. Main event, Victoria versus Melina hardcore match. And Melina, the women's champion, gets the win. So let's see what's happening in the news. Oh yeah, so Mosh has already clearly knew that already. Kevin Nash was all over Road Dogg Jesse James as soon as the bell rang, delivering an onslaught to his opponent until the referee had to step in. This superstar's momentum doesn't look like it can be stopped as he continues to compete against his rival. Damn, so Kevin Nash just absolutely murking the New Age Outlaws. In another disturbing display of aggression from Devon Dudley and Bubba Ray Dudley, the two superstars openly assaulted their rivals, Thrasher and Mosh. The level of contempt this team has leaves some people questioning if they're even concerned about winning their matches against their opponents, or if they just want to hurt them. Damn. Alright, so before I move on to the next week, Superstar attire. Where's the other attire? There it is. It's gonna be one of. There he is. Why are you just wearing a jacket? Why are these the wrong way round? Interesting. Okay, so copy you to there. And then just delete the jacket and then the dog tags. Fascinating. That was weird. But there we go. So next time we see Alex Shelley, he'll not be wearing a jacket in his match. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, he didn't have it on in his entrance. Fascinating stuff. Anyway, back to the shows. So this is week 3. Opening contest, Macho Man Roddy Savage versus Stan Hansen. Bam Bam Bigelow versus the Honky Tonk Man. Chiksuga Nagayo and Lioness Asuka versus Wendy Richter and Aja Kong. Or the what are they? They are the Crush Gals, is Nagayo and Asuka, isn't it? Sounds right. Islanders. The Islanders versus Mr. Wonderful and the AFA. Alundra Blaze versus Bull Nakano. Main event, Hulk Hogan versus Yokozuna. I actually think we're going to go for Alundra and Bull. Yeah. So, Randy Savage beats Stan Hansen. Hansen not off to a great start in this series. Honky Tonk Man gets the win over Bam Bam. Wendy Richter and Aja Kong beat the Crush Gals. Mr. Wonderful and AFA beat Haku and Tama. And here we go. Alundra Blaze He is our women's champion versus Bull Nakano. Or is it Nakano? I think Nakano's technically correct, but in wrestling, at least in America, she's always been Nakano. I could be wrong. Frequently am. Oh no, she's not the women's champion. Who the hell? Oh, Aja Kong's the women's champion, of course. That's, of course, a storied WWF rivalry. Alondra Blaze and Bull Nakano. Very much sort of the cornerstone of their women's division in the early 90s. Before they were too good, and some of the men of the WWF weren't best pleased with them. So they did away with having a women's division for a bit. I think it was the combination of Nakano and Blaze, and then also they brought Aja Kong in for like a Survivor Series, and she was, as Aja Kong is, just one of the best wrestlers ever. So she sort of showed everyone up a bit. Which is a shame. They did a really good job with Bull as well for this. Like, we've had a version of her hair in like Create a Superstar for like possibly decades at this point. Nice to see her in proper. Unfortunately, the nunchuck's not out as a weapon. Cool. But I suppose it's not a weapon you can just reskin an existing weapon, so it didn't get added. Though they've been better with that. Like, the megaphone was like its own thing, the urn was its own thing, and like the basketball and shit. But for a while there, any new weapons added were just like reskins of existing ones. And lock up. And Bull gets the advantage. The weird headlock. There, nope. She's phasing through her. Blaze quickly escapes. And the wrist lock. Brings her down a bit. And Bull gets into a hammerlock. Will we see a 5-star match? Oh, and Alundra escapes. And straight back into the collar and elbow. Into the headlock. And into the wrist lock. Ooh, just slams her down. And goes for a cover. Just about. Probably wasn't expecting to get a win there, but making Alundra expend the energy to kick out. Into another wrist lock. And just wrenching the arm. Can Bull escape? Oh, Alundra turns it into a hammerlock. Ooh, big elbows from Bull though. And just whips her back by the hair. With a big sit. Ooh, she's going for... Ooh, big fucking neck snap thing. Oh, just for like a big chop there, I think. Alundra, headlock. Ooh, and a quick jab. Alundra up top. Quite a bit of distance there. Waiting for Bull to get to her feet. And nope, thinks better of it. Ooh, catches her a big dropkick nonetheless. I think she realised she was a bit too far away to really do anything with that top rope position. Just keep working on the legs as Bull. Excuse me. Oh, Bull rolls out. Both women on the outside now. Lovely kick combo from Alundra. Follows it up with a beautiful Northern Night suplex. Misses the stomp. Oh, just sends her into the barricade. Catches the punch. Big headbutt. And just sends her off. Right next to those deadly wooden steps. Count of 5 now. Scoop. And Bull going up. Big shoulder fucking block. Which of course resets the count. And sends her up towards the other steps. Oh. Startled the ref there. Lays on her feet and back in the ring. Oh. Blocks the chop, big chop of her own. Blaze fires back. Big slap from Bull. Chop from Blaze. Catches the slap. Big chop. Nope, blocked. Chop. Slap. Slap blocked. Slap. Bull challenger for more, but then just throws a big clothesline. It's our first strike exchange of the stream. Oh shit! Axe driver! Right in the neck. Is that enough to put Alundra Blaze away? Not quite. Nasty looking move, I love that one. I think Bronson Reed's doing that these days. That's why it's in the game. Like, I imagine, had it not been, they would have put it in for Meccano anyway. Ooh, big leg lock hit. Or swing kick of some sort. From Alundra Blaze. The former Medusa. Ooh! Fucking nasty bump off the apron there. Bull. Blaze up top. Waiting for Bull to get to her feet. Is she actually going to do something this time? And big fucking drop kick from Alundra Blaze. Not able to capitalise. We're just stomping on the hand of Blaze. Brings it back in. Bull in herself now. And just smacking her face into the canvas. I believe Alundra Blaze is busted wide open. Bull, moonsault. Oh, did not get it at all there. Scoop. And big fucking leg drop. Cover. The ref slow to start the cover there. But did not matter. Bull Meccano gets the win. That should be a pretty high rating, I would imagine. Big win for Bull there. Two and a half. Okay. Shows what I know. And main event time, Hulk Hogan versus Yokozuna. And, ooh, a no contest. See what happened there in the news. So, this is week 3. Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Bret Hart have taken their rivalry to a personal level after attacking Haku and Tama. And Yokozuna attacked Hulk Hogan from behind before the match could start, ignoring the referee's orders to stop. Fighting continued after the match had been called off. The animosity between these superstars may not end even after their big match. Damn. And that started a week ago as a friendly rivalry. What the fuck? Or 2 weeks ago. Action Zone Wrestling. Road Dogg Jesse James versus Scott Hall. Thrasher versus Devon Dudley. Tamina and Melina versus Chyna and Stacy Keibler. Jeff Jarrett versus Hollywood Hogan. Triple threat action, Nikki Bella versus Lita versus Molly Holly. And in our main event, in a TLC match, The Undertaker versus Triple H. Ooh. Do I once again want to just go with the gimmick match? I think I do. Main event. It is. So, Scott Hall beats Road Dogg Jesse James, continuing the incredibly one-sided Outsiders versus New Age Outlaws rivalry. Devon Dudley gets the win over Thrasher. I think that's also been fairly one-sided in favour of the Dudleys, if not in terms of match results, at least in terms of pure ass-kickings. Chyna and Stacey Keibler beat Melina and Tamina. Jeff Jarrett beats Hollywood Hogan, hell yeah, love to see it. Nikki Bella beats Lita and Molly Holly. And main event time, The Undertaker versus Triple H, TLC. Which I'm assuming will just be for the generic Money in the Bank briefcase. Yes. And here it is. Booger Red. I will say this year's younger versions of characters look a bit better than past games. They've actually made at least a bit of an attempt to youngify them compared to the past games, where it was just here's fucking 60-year-old Mark Undertaker in the costume and body of his younger self. The 90 Taker, though, does look fucking terrible. We haven't seen him yet. But we will. And he looks terrible. Like an absolute disaster of for a fucking, version-exclusive DLC character is a fucking disgrace. Hopefully we see him. Hopefully he gets a match that's worth watching. But yeah, no, this one's not too bad. Evil. The game. We'll assume, sort of in kayfabe, this is just for a big cash prize. So I think I can only add a custom briefcase if I have Money in the Bank as a thing. I can't just say, hey, this is the briefcase you should use for ladder matches. Unfortunately. Or else I would just make it a generic black briefcase and put a dollar sign on it. Did I say 2 Triple H's when I was going through the duplicates? I think I did. Well, technically it's Triple H and Hunter Hearst Helmsley. There is a Jean-Paul Levesque in the game somewhere, but I can't remember if it's my faction or take a specific course of action in My Rise. I think it's the My Rise one, because I think it was actually in 2K24 as well. Also through My Rise. And honestly, if I had it, I would probably have it instead of Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Just for the sake of having something a bit different. The game does also occasionally book promo segments, but they're not worth watching. Don't think we've had any yet. Or I've just not noticed that they've been promos instead of matches. Not sure. So this is week 3. I think at the rate we're going, we'll maybe do the pay-per-view, and then that'll do it for this week. And maybe that's the order of things. Is we do a pay-per-view cycle. I suppose it'll also depend on how long this match and then the week 4 matches take. And then it'll also depend on how many matches from the pay-per-view I want to watch. Such Which is the problem. Because, like, this could be a while. TLC match. Ooh, this is the boot. Old school? Nope. Just hoists him up and just drops him like a sack of shit. Big boot. Taker looking for leg drop. Misses the leg drop. And probably would have heard. I'll probably hear about that backstage. Ooh, big knee. Brother. Don't think we're going to get the briefcase from there, Hunter. Big knee. But maybe. Oh, it's right where you need to be. Okay. Bad fucking. Taker, big elbow drop. Just make sure everything's all sounding good. Yeah, we're all good. Okay. Just sometimes I get panicky that the audio is like out of sync or something. But no, it seems to be fine. Triple H just taking a dump. And knee off the face. Well, knee-based offense does Triple H. Both using his own and attacking those of others. Well done, Hanson. And Taker out. Going for a chair. That is the C. We have yet to see the T. Ooh, big Taker flippy clothesline. And just punching the shit out of him. And leg drop to the arm. Oh. Chop. Slap. Punch. Blocked. Punch. Chop. Oh, misses the punch. And I think he was too far away, so it just cancelled the strike exchange. Fun. And Taker sends him off. And big fucking twisty power slam onto the chair. And falls out with an elbow drop. Fun. Stomps the arm. And kicks the knee. Gets the ladder. And sets it up. Center of the ring. Ooh, Triple H I think was looking for a knee there, but Taker caught him and is now looking for old school. You see, in a cool game, Triple H would be able to push him off. Oh! I don't know what happened there. What I was going to say is Triple H would be able to push him off and he would fall through the table at ringside. I don't know why he just ate shit. And it wasn't a counter because he was able to try it again there and then Triple H countered it, so something just went wrong with his old school attempt. But he is now looking for... No, he is not trying to win the match. Taker. Big fucking elbow drop from the dead man. Table? Son of a bitch. And... Nope, let's go for the chair. He probably could have won there. Just putting boots to him. Going up. Is he actually going to try and win the match this time? He sure is. He's pawing at it. Oh, he's got a hold of it. And he falls. So I think if you have it by both hands and they knock the ladder over, you can still win. Oh, I think Triple H was looking spinebuster there. Taker fights him off. And going to try... I think he was looking old school again there. Which gets him up. And Snake Eyes. Taker getting a taste of his own medicine. Oh! Fucking hell, just lobbed a chair at him. Taker though. MMA expert that he is. Oh, everybody out. Big elbows from Big Mark. And this is the boot. Dodges the line. Big forearm to the back. And Big slam. Yep, just a big slam. Taker. Ooh, mentioned that. Are we going to see the table? Ooh, the table's in play. And it's in the ring. We have got the TLC. Literally in that order. And Taker up and over. Ooh, just sent to the floor. Triple H could win it, but he's decided to pick up the table instead. Not gonna grab the ladder, or grab the briefcase with the table. Okay, sets the table up and then proceeds to go far away. He's pointing. Taker on his feet. Triple H. Big fucking savage-esque handle. And oh, I thought he was going up again. Trip, what are you doing? Hunter? There you go. Grab the ladder. Set it up. Now, ideally, Taker will knock it over, and Triple H will fall through the fucking table. Come on. You couldn't have set that up any better, you dipshits. Oh, Taker thinking tombstone. Boom. Yep, now grab the ladder. Set it up. Climb the ladder. Slowly, I guess. Wow. Just in time for Triple H to get back to his feet. And Dragon Taker taking care of business. Damn, just really pulling out all of Taker's big moves. And Harley Racing. I think that's what he called it, was Taker in care of business. Or that's not what he called it at all when he did the Dragon Sleeper. Maybe it was just TCB, taking care of business, but I like to think it was Taker. Oh, Triple H very slowly. Oh, Taker missed. And punches him in the ass. Oh, Triple H fights him off. But Taker straight back up, punches him in the ass again, and he falls. Taker with the chair. Ooh, dinks him. Oh. Oh. Once again. And I guess that's enough to keep him down. Kicks him away. Ooh. Big fucking ladder bumps from Triple H of all people. Taker. Oh, misses the neck thingy. And it's yet another Triple H Harley Race knee. Taker out. Triple H out with the chair. Bonk. And what's he looking for? Another chair. Oh, right to the deck. Oh, maybe looking for the pedigree. Pedigree to the floor would keep him down, you would imagine. Bonk. There we go. But Triple H is very sleepy as well. Riveting stuff here. I fear he may not get enough of an advantage here. No. He spent a bit too long having a nap. He thought if that was good enough to beat Booker T at WrestleMania, it would be good enough for Taker. And he's gone. Taker up to the middle rope. Big fucking leg drop off the middle rope from Undertaker. Jesus Christ. Misses as well. Oh, Triple H. Are you looking for the table? Yep. Now, could you do it in such a way as to, yes, bring the ladder back in? Ooh. Best pure striker. Power slam. Power slam. Taking off the ladder. I don't even know if they've done any progress on the briefcase, because they've just sort of pawed at it. Taker very slowly and falls. And they have yet to fight atop the ladder. And slowly to his feet. Big boot. And yeah, Taker fucking bleeding buckets here. Triple H off the table. Sets it up. Taker, big elbow. And what are we doing, lads? Lads? I think they just had to reconfirm what their spots were. Oh, big, no, I rake. Big gut punch. Come on. Big boot from Taker. Taker back out. Presumably another chair. Like somebody has to go through the table. Surely. Oh. Change plans again, I guess. I have never seen the game do that. Oh. Oh. Taker and care of business. But he can't win this by submission. Triple H fighting his way free. And once again, just going to confirm whatever the next spot is. Oh, spinebuster, but he went the wrong way. Oh, I mean, that's probably worse. He landed neck first on the ladder. Table would have been a preferable bump there. And sure, let's get another ladder. And set it up. Why not? Pedigree number 2. Like, is that ladder still reachable? Big knee off the metal rope. Like, that was perfectly placed. And elbow drop. Sure. And just flatten the table. Taker is bleeding buckets here. Ooh, just gets the table thrown at him for good measure. Triple H gets another table and sets it up. Fascinating. Like, holy shit. Good thing this is our main event. We'd have to change the canvas. Oh, avoids the chop block. Oh, gets caught. And Manhattan drop. Gets the chair. Oh. I think he was looking tombstone there. Triple H gets another table. Sets it up. And slow it down. Abdominal stretch. Yeah, hip toss. Oh. Hoping to get to his feet. Tombstone. Bump. Alright, I'll see how long the week 4 matches take, but I might call it after the week 4 matches and then pay-per-view. Just because I might end up watching multiple matches on each pay-per-view. But we'll see. I'll see how it goes. I'm not in any rush. Oh. And going back to the abdominal stretch. And again, it means nothing. Unless he thinks an abdominal stretch is enough to keep Taker down, but he's not going to go and try and climb the ladder. Ooh, into the ladder. Ooh, fucking just clipped the table as well. Holy shit. Pedigree number 3. Oh, caught. Big clothesline from Taker. Triple H isn't bleeding. No, just Taker. This is all Undertaker blood. Oh, no. No. And oh, no, he brings him down. I swear to God, if these lads don't break this fucking table, I'm going to piss. Oh, dodges the boots. Big spine buster. Where are you going? Hunter, what are you doing? Okay. That was the best way to get into position to do a pedigree. Pedigree number 3. Dumps him. And he is stuck between the table and Undertaker. He cannot get to the ladder. Oh. Yep. And to be fair, he set up the ladder. It's his own fault. Taker in care of business. Like, that's not a bad strategy. Like, if you could get Triple H to pass out. Ooh. Or just slam his head into the ladder. Okay. Into the corner. Props him up. Choke slam. Nope. Kicks him off. I don't think that would have hit the table anyway, and the table's down. Big DDT. Cannot believe Triple H isn't bleeding yet. Oh, right to the face. Oh, Taker getting the tits out. Oh, big Triple H clothesline. Oh, I think that is our first double blackout. And that could be it. Though Taker getting to his feet. Once again, Triple H has been confused by the position of the table. And fuck. Like, Jesus Christ, Taker. Chucks the table. And gets the chair. Nope. Triple H having a nap. He's maybe trying to sucker Taker in for something there. Ooh, long distance snake eyes. Like, again, all that blood on the canvas is all Undertaker, and there are no ladders in the ring. Not a drop of that is from Triple H. Oh, looking for choke slam, or just calling him up for... Yep, just calling him up. Oh, for last ride. And boom. And just slams up. Oh no, Triple H is bleeding, I think. Hard to tell. I don't recall him getting busted open, but I could be wrong. Ooh, Singapore Cane. Is he? I think he is. Look above his eyebrow. Oh. And back to the abdominal stretch. What was your favourite part of the TLC match? All the abdominal stretches. Tear taps, but it's a TLC match. On the table. Suplex. We got a table spot. Yeah, Triple H is bleeding. Not as much as Undertaker, but he is bleeding. He is contributing to the blood. Oh, so now we just need to get a ladder back in. This has to be a 5. Ooh, dinks him in the back of the head. Going the long way. Going the very long way. Sure. And, oh, I think Taker was looking for another tombstone, but got caught. Pedigree. Taker, or Triple H sets up the ladder, but once again, Taker is blocking him, whether he knows it or not. Double axe handle. You might want to pick him up and chuck him out, Hunter. Or go up. Why not? And we're looking for that knee drop again. He sure is. Pops a squat. And dances. Ooh, ooh. And Spinebuster. Spinebuster. I'm not even going to go for another pedigree. It's just going to go straight up. This could be it. He's got a hold of it. And he's got it. Triple H wins the TLC match for, let's say, $10,000. Oh no, he's not bleeding. He's just like bruised and shit. Thought I had a cut above his eyebrow. Well, good for him. Yeah, 5 stars, greatest of all time. Probably the best match we've seen so far, I think that's fair to say. Right, to week 4. So, we have Randy Savage versus the Ultimate Warrior. Bad News Brown versus Razor Ramon. 6-woman tag, the Crush Gals and Sensational Sherry versus Bull Nakano, Alundra Blaze, and Aja Kong. Hulk Hogan versus Yokozuna. Haku versus Jim the Anvil Neidhart, which is a promo. And in tag team action for the World Tag Team Championship, which I think is probably going to be the match we watch, Afa and Sika, the Wild Samoans, take on the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Doom. So yeah, we'll watch the main event on that occasion because it's a title match. So, Randy Savage beats the Ultimate Warrior. I didn't check the news. I keep forgetting to check the news on Action Zone for some reason. Bad News beats Razor. Nakano, Blaze, and Kong beats Crush Gals and Sherry. Hulk Hogan beats Yokozuna. Jim the Anvil Neidhart beats Haku. And then our main event for the World Tag Team Championships, the Wild Samoans versus the Road Warriors. This could take a while because it's like loading a custom arena, custom wrestlers, custom championship. There we go. Also, this could be quite a lengthy one because tag match. And here come the Wild Samoans. Not on this occasion accompanied by Captain Lou Albano. I do think it's cool that like the Wild Samoans are in a fucking group. I think that's fantastic. Oh, they do have music. Again, off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure which one's Alpha and which one's Sika. I think the one nearest us is Alpha. I think that is Sika. But I can't remember. Yeah, this would not be their first run at the belts, with the belts, if they were to win here tonight. It's certainly a stiff competition. Fuck yeah. Not the best Road Warriors, but they do look nice with the tag belts. And this is our first championship match. They're just not being announced. Oh, maybe because it's a title match. So now that I think about it, I don't think the Wild Samoans were announced either. They're not bad. I feel like for some reason animal CAWs are always a bit odd looking. Don't know what it is. Again, there probably have been better ones made since. If I had the space to download more images, I would maybe get like just some pictures of like little chains to put between the front plate and the side plates. I think that would really sell this one. That's another minor thing I don't like. The way that it says Tag Team Champions there rather than Championship. But if you change it to say Championship there, whenever they're making their entrance it says World Tag Team Championship, the Road Warriors. Okay, yeah, interesting. I think I must have just forgot to set the announcer on that, because Action Championship is like the default. Whoops. So assuming it's left to right, then it's Alpha and Sika, so I was right. Yeah, I must have just forgot to set that. Yeah! Big burly man with big burly mustaches. On both sides, actually. Holy shit. Yeah, it feels like there's a bit too much of a gap between the side plates and the front plate. Oh, let me see if I can do something about that with like in-game logos. Because obviously I'll have to change the announcer call anyway. At some point. Well, Animal and possibly Alpha to start. Luckily, yeah, there is like a limit to how many times illegal partners can come in to break pins now, so that's nice. Shoots them off. Big clothesline. I think it's you get one until a tag's made, and then it resets. Ooh, bear hug. And Earthhawk. Ooh, fights out of it immediately. And shoves him. Big chop. And into the corner. Oh, plenty of fucking tag team cohesion here from the Road Warriors. Big elbows. And yeah, I mean, you keep a man isolated. While, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. But yeah, keeping one opponent isolated while you make frequent tags is probably the way to go. Ooh, got the traps. Again, he was looking for the hot tag there. Ooh, big brain shot. He's obviously studied his great Khali. With those trap squeezes and brain chops. Hawk in. Misses. No, stomps the leg. Stomps the leg. Thought he missed. And back into the corner. And is it the back elbows again? Nope. Back body. And yeah, Road Warriors fucking dominating this shit, as you would expect from the tag team champions. Big scoop slam. Cover. Absolutely no panic there from the Wild Samoans. And again into the Road Warrior corner, but he's able to fight out. Headbutts to the shoulder. And yeah, smart move. Go for the tag. Big shoulder block. Even with that tag, Wild Samoan just cannot get into this match. Walk back in. And just again. Nope, he's able to fight free. Big back elbow. Just out of curiosity, who is currently in the ring? Seeker. Okay. I think I was wrong then. Punch in the arms. And big headbutt. Right to the shoulder blades. Kinda. Tags. In comes Afa. Ooh. Nice little maneuver there. Just check, because I think that move thing only shows you the legal man. Yes, lovely. Don't run into the Road Warriors corner. Big clothesline. Ooh, finisher. Is this his finisher? Headbutt? No. Maybe it was, I don't know. I'm gonna guess this is. Falls Hawk up. What the hell is he going for? Oh, big chop. Is that the finisher? I think it brought Animal in. I'm not sure. But yeah, the momentum has fully swung back around to Wild Samoans. Ooh, just eating his face. Dirty. Into the neutral corner. Hawk gets the elbow up. And back into the Road Warriors corner. Normal service has resumed. Throws him off. And another big back body drop. Once again looking for that tag. Ooh, just slams him down. And back into the Road Warrior corner. Alpha able to fight his way out. Immediately gets countered though. And on the shoulders of Animal. And just dropped right in front of Hawk. Into the corner. Tag again. Will we see a Doomsday device? And will it be done the correct way around? Oh, big headbutt. Alpha not going for the tag, which would have been smart. Ooh, shin breaker. Gets the boot up, or not the boot, the foot. He's not wearing boots. And sends Hawk back into the ring. And Animal sends Alpha in. But that gives Hawk a chance to recover. Stomps the leg. And again, if you're going to be barefoot. And in comes Animal. And, Alpha sends him into the Samoan's corner, makes the tag, in comes Sika. Big double headbutt. That might have been tag finisher actually. 2. Only a 2. Alpha staying in there to make sure Hawk didn't come in and try and break the pin. Which he didn't. And Sika sent into the Road Warriors corner. Ooh, gets an elbow up though. Sends Animal into the Wild Samoan's corner. Tag made. And just kicking him in the gut. Big chop. Ooh, catches the kick. And into the other neutral corner. Ooh, damn, nasty. Ooh, big fucking kick. Corner, and I'm pretty sure that was a sig, so if he does the double headbutt here, that's definitely their finisher. Ooh, busts him open as well. 1, 2. New champs! Holy shit. That was, yeah, okay. They just didn't say I'm new for some reason. But yeah, new champs, holy shit. Good for them. Hell yeah. 3.5-star match. Lovely. Right, so remember, check the news before we start this week's AZ. So week 3. Road Dogg Jesse James was picking up momentum in his singles match against Kevin Nash before being distracted by Scott Hall. The entrance music and lights led everyone in the arena to believe he was about to face both rivals, but instead distracted him and gave Kevin Nash enough time to recover and strike Road Dogg Jesse James from behind. I thought he was wrestling with Scott Hall last week. Devon Dudley picked up the win in his match, and confidence needed as his rivalry continues with Thrasher. Undertaker has suffered a minor injury during his match, although still clear to compete. The threat of further injury should be a concern on this superstar's mind. Not surprised. So, Road Dogg Jesse James versus Kevin Nash once more. Stacey Keebler versus China in a hardcore match. The Motor City Machine Guns versus... did they have a name, or was it just the Hurricane and Rosie? Versus the Hurricane and Rosie in tag team match. Devon Dudley versus Mosh. Triple Threat Tornado Tag as the Usos take on the NWO versus Too Cool. And main event, ladder match, Booker T versus Super Crazy. I might go for the Stacey China hardcore match. Nothing else super jumping out at me here. As much as I do love the ongoing adventures of the Road Dogg and Kevin Nash. But yeah, and oh my god, Road Dogg gets the win! Good for him. But yeah, let's watch this. And then I'll decide if I'm going to do the pay-per-view tonight. pay-per-views tonight or not. Probably not. I think we'll leave it here. I think this will do us. And there she is, Stacey Keebler, the Duchess of Dudleyville, Miss Hancock. I don't know if she has any other names. Can't think of any off the top of my head. Almost Mrs. George Clooney. That's one. She has legs. Etc., etc. Can't imagine either. Actually, no, China not technically called a hardcore match, but was in that Good Housekeeping match with Jeff Jarrett. So maybe she has the experience advantage as far as weapons-based matches over Stacey. I don't recall Stacey doing any weapons-based matches. And here she is, the 9th wonder of the world. Definitely a better model than the one they were using before this. Looks a bit more like herself. The last one looked closer to fucking Mandy Rose. And yeah, who doesn't love a WrestleMania X7 China with the fucking rocket launcher? Sick. Because the way that all works, you could give that to people and then just change the rest of the entrance. Because she drops it at the top of the ramp. Interesting. Something to think about. Had either of these two been the women's champion? I don't remember. I think China might have been. I don't know that Stacey's had it yet. Of course, this could go a long way to getting one of these two a title shot. Referee calls for the bell, and here we go. Oh, China straight in with a big clothesline. Stacey got the advantage there. And bomb. Oh, referee's briefly blocking the shot. I like having the commentary not on, because you just hear random shit from the crowd. Stacey sends China off. Docks. And ooh, misses the big boot. China, roll up. Only gets a one though. Wouldn't have been much of a hardcore match if it had ended there. Oh, Stacey just chucks China out. And looking under the ramp. Or ring. Trash can. Oh, she got her too. Oh, fuck. Stacey, damn. Mean streak. And nope, thought she was looking for the steps there. Is she perhaps going down this end for a ladder bridge? No, she's going for a table. Again, Duchess of Dudleyville. Ooh, big chop. And ooh, Edge-o-matic. And ooh, China blocks the slap. Big headbutt. Stacey gets the elbow in. Big boot. Gets the tail back up. And sets it up. Stomps the ankle. China rolls into the corner. Ooh, gets bit up. They just sort of run into each other. Hurricane Rana. Punches. Nice. Nope, Stacey back up on her feet. Sending China into the narrow end of the table. You don't see that often. Stacey up top. China getting to her feet. Very close. Big crossbody nonetheless. Cover. Ooh, nice slide from the ref there. Only a... Was that even a 2? I think that was just a 1. Oh, China able to roll out of the ring. And... Oh! Big... Is that the Keebler kick? Well, she's going for the cover. Ooh, just a 2. Big emphatic kick out from China there. Ooh! Face first into the corner post. Shit. Back to work on the legs. I mean, you take out the legs, you take away a lot of that powerful China offense. Hard to lift someone up with your legs not work. Oh my god, she's got Janice! The fuck, Stacey? That's like for psychotic people. Oh, powerbomb? Nope, pedigree. Pulls her over. And China may be realizing the level of psychopath she's dealing with here. Not wanting to mess around anymore. She's just wanting to put this away as quickly as possible. Was not expecting Janice. I knew it was on the weapon wheel. But yeah. Will it come back into play though? Stacey off the corner post. I don't think we're going to see Janice again. And oh no, not into the steps. And just smashing her head off the mat. Padding, whatever. China. Big elbow. China going up. Yep. And big splash. Cover. 2. Only a 2. And sends her back the other way. Getting again perilously close to Janice. Like, it is again kind of insane that there's just a bit of wood with nails in it in a WWE game. Powerbomb, cover. Ref taking his time getting into position though. 2, 3. China gets the win off the powerbomb. Nobody impaled upon Janice. So that's nice. Big win for China. Hell yeah. Very good. 3 stars. Right, rest of the card. More City Machine Guns versus Hurricane and Rosie. And Machine Guns get the win. Devon Dudley versus Mosh. Devon Dudley gets the win. Usos versus NWO versus Too Cool. But those last 2 teams not in the configurations you would expect. And the NWO gets the win. And main event, ladder match, Booker T versus Super Crazy. And Booker T gets the win. Good for him. So, the news for week 4. Road Dogg Jesse James lured his opponent into a cheap shot with a fake offer to shake hands. Oh, that's like a full circle, because this whole thing started with like a fraudulent handshake offer from Kevin Nash. Catching him with one of the oldest tricks in wrestling, Kevin Nash will have to keep his wits about him while his opponent tries to manipulate him. And standing up to his enemy's aggression, Mosh got even from last week and gave Devon Dudley a taste of his own offense. Being no stranger to his rival's intensity, he made it clear that he won't back down in this rivalry no matter how rough it gets. He then lost the match anyway. Good for him. Okay. So, I think we're going to leave it there. I'm not going to skip ahead to see what's on the pay-per-view because half the time the card changes. Anyway. So there's no point. So yeah, we'll leave it there. But yeah, so that's the idea. So yeah, next time we'll do the pay-per-views. We'll watch a few more matches on each of those than just the one per week. We'll see how that goes time-wise, but because what we watched 2, 4, 8 matches there, I think. Because it was 4 weeks, 2 matches a show, 2 shows a week. Yeah, that's 8. So yeah, but 8 matches there. So, not saying we'll watch that many on the pay-per-views, but you never know. We might, because there'll be more title matches and gimmick matches and stuff, so there might be more matches that we actually end up watching. So it could be that this will be the cycle, is we'll do the TV up to a pay-per-view, we'll then do the 2 pay-per-views as a stream, and then rinse and repeat. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think that's a good place to drop off for now, though. So I will be back tomorrow in the afternoon. That sounds correct. Just give me a second to double check that. I think that's right. Yes, back tomorrow afternoon with some more Oblivion. Continue to make our way through the Shivering Isles. And then we will see things out for this week on Sunday with a bit more Pokemon Legends ZA. So, yeah, that'll do it. And then, yeah, we'll look back round next week with some more Outer Worlds 2. And that's the current game rotation. So I'm trying to think. If that is the rotation we go on of TV 4 weeks, pay-per-views, rinse and repeat for streams. So there are how many months? 12. May, June, July, August. Yeah. So that would be 24. Is that right? Yeah, because you'd have the TV for the month as a stream, the pay-per-view for a month, so that's 2 streams per in-game month. 12 months. Boom. 24 streams. Interesting. We'll see. Maybe some weeks where I have a bit more time or whatever, we'll maybe do the full like TV plus pay-per-views. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. But that'll do it for tonight, though. Either way, thanks for watching. I will catch you next time. Cheers and goodbye.